Today I'm joined here with William Yap, the president of the LGBTQ plus club at Lakeland College, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the student body food bank, which they're in need of some food donations to fill. So thank you again for coming in. It's always great having you. So tell me just a little bit about the food bank that Lakeland College holds.
Okay, well, so the initiative really started last year with the previous Council for Students Association executives. When they started it, they realized that a lot of the students actually need services like these in order to have a full-scale meal, for at least one full-scale meal, let alone a three, right? And so we wanted to kind of take the concept of, in the bigger cities, when you don't have a meal, that you can go to a food bank to kind of collect what you need just for the next couple weeks. And so that was the main concept for why we wanted to do this, because the reality of the situation is there are so many of our students that maybe have $50 as a budget for their groceries for the whole month. It's crazy. Yeah,
no, I definitely understand that. It's definitely hard to not only put yourself through school, but still have to provide for yourself, especially when you're away from home. So with this food bank, how does this one at Lakeland College kind of run when the donations are made?
So as far as donations are concerned, they typically, what we started last year was community members would just come in, kind of show the donations to the Students Association, and then they would it would be up to them or to the executives to put it in to the cabinet. It really wasn't super like, oh, we're gonna do an inventory of this. It was so casual, and it was just running so well, in that there was just so much coming in that it kind of fed the amount of students coming in to grab it as well.
And so this is for the student body, because there's so many food banks in this community, especially. So with this one, does it kind of gear towards the students at Lakeland College who are in need of groceries like this?
Absolutely. Not only is it just for groceries, but you have to think about students who come in at 8 o'clock in the morning because they have practice, for example, and then they have class at 9, but then they have the window of 11 to 2, for example, or 11 to 12, and they don't have a vehicle, or they don't really know what to do besides do homework, but their stomach is like, I need food. Yeah. The food bank is also a great way for them to kind of just take a look. Oh, there's some goldfish snacks in here that I can take. You know, it's also specifically for the students who stay late after 7 p.m. and they need to get that homework done, but they need brain food. You know, the food bank is, besides just being able to be a one-stop grocery shop for the students, it's also a great way for students to be able to grab a snack without having to come out of pocket.
Exactly. And so how can people, so anyone can donate,
anyone can donate
in the community, so how can they do so if they want to help fill the food bank?
Okay, so the food bank is just within proximity. It's right by the doors of the Students Association. So right when when students, staff, or even when community members enter Lakeland College, they can ask the security guard, which is just right there, or student services, and they can show them or point them to the direction of where the Students Association office is, and they can just drop off their donation there.
And this food bank started last year. How have you seen the impact that it made on the students last year that is carrying over to this year?
So the reason why I needed to post again this on what's happening in Lloydminster was because I had a couple students approach me during our tutor sessions, and they had mentioned their struggle with finances, and I said, well, we have a food bank. I don't know why you're not utilizing it. And they told me that for the last 2 weeks of October, it had been empty. Wow. And I remember last year that every single time the food bank was starting to empty, we always put out some ramen noodles. We always made sure to even do groceries just to fill up the food bank, because there are some students who will wait until there isn't anyone there. Yeah. So because they don't want other people to see them taking from the food bank. Yeah. So for me, when I was thinking, okay, last 2 weeks of October, Thanksgiving was also during that month. Yeah. So what what about those students that didn't have a family to go home to have stuffing, you know, or to have anything really for that matter? So I was floored. I couldn't understand why the food bank was empty for 2 weeks, for 2 whole weeks.
Yeah.
So that's when that's why I felt like it needed to be reminded to the community, because last year we kept posting about the food bank and we kept saying, hey, thank you for this business for bringing it in. Thank you for, even the athletics department for Lakeland did a food drive in Christmas time, and the extras, I think half of everything they were able to collect went straight to the food bank. I think that this year there just needs to be more awareness to remind people of what was started.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for coming in and explaining. I know this definitely helps so many students who, you know, not all the time can afford to buy just a normal snack. So this is awesome. And if anyone would like to donate to the student Lakeland College Food Bank, please do so by dropping off items at the school to help just with kids who are in need of some snacks, or just to be able to get through the day.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. And I know everyone has that one thing in their pantry that they haven't really gotten to use in a while. Give it to someone else.
Yes. So thank you.